Hello, my tipsters. Welcome to Daily Tips with Monica. I appreciate each and every one of you guys that has come onto this premiere. I appreciate you guys for coming. I hope you guys had a wonderful night of rest. And I hope that your Tuesday was good and your Wednesday be even better. If you have not liked the premiere, go ahead and like the premiere, thumbs it up. And if you have not shared it out, if you can share it out for me, please. Um, I like I said, thank you guys so much for coming to this premiere. What we're going to talk about today is we're going to talk about recognizing your self worth. Recognizing your self worth, guys. So before we the what we're talking about is today is recognizing your self-worth. Um Self-esteem is defined as confidence in one's own self-worth or abilities. Have you ever noticed how many people suffer from low self-esteem? Here are some tips that can help you build your self-esteem and self-worth. Once again, guys, I would like to thank you guys for coming. I appreciate you guys so much for coming. Make sure you guys are thumbsing up the stream, and let's get into the tips. Okay, the first thing is accept thoughts, emotions, and sensations as they are. Do not go against them. They are mutual and do not define who we are. They come in up in us and can be let out through our body and mind. It can also be changed. So accept your thoughts, emotions, and sensations that start. If you're feeling something and you feel like that's what it is, accept it. Accept that some things are not going to always work out the way that you want it to work out. Accept that emotion, that overwhelming emotion, or of like you just tired of dealing with some things, and you have accept that emotion, accept that sadness that when you think of how someone has um made you feel. Accept that emotion. If you feel a urge, that was sensations is it's a feeling. It's all this stuff. This is right here ain't nothing but a feeling, but like you said, it can be changed. So your thoughts can be changed. Your emotions can change. You know, people have change of emotions all the time. You one minute you can be up, and the next minute you can be down. And then sensations change. What you may feel for something now may change when later down the road. The way you feel about somebody now may change down the road. But what you do is you accept it for what it is. Accept your thoughts. If you're thinking that on something that you really want to do, or that you know that you can accomplish, accept that and go after it. We're gonna talk about it more down the line, but accept your thoughts, emotions, and sensations as they are. Accept them. Accept them because it builds you and it builds your self worth on you knowing what your worth is and how to build yourself up. So but just know, don't have a negative thought. Like me, sometimes I have those negative thoughts in my mind. I'll be like, Lord, go sit down. I'll be like, Lord, why this person, or why did this happen? And I'll be like, Lord, I don't know why this happened, but I'm just gonna, I get upset and start crying because this ain't going the way I wanted to go. But then we have to realize, things change over time, and we just gonna have to learn how to accept it. Like, I do struggle with accepting things as they are. I do. I have problems with that. But I have to learn that, things do change, and emotions and feelings. and everything else, they do change. Now, that's one thing that is true. Accepting thoughts, emotions, and sensations, they do change. What you may feel now may be different for how you deal with something now. Like you dealing with someone that um how you dealt with a situation now may be different later on down the road. How you dealt with something later, dealt with that same how you feel about the situation later. It's all in, like I said, it's all how you address it and how you go about doing it. But we have to accept whatever it is that's causing us to have negative thoughts, negative emotions, and sensations that are negative. We have to learn how to accept those negative things as they are, but try to build up yourself. Try to build up yourself. Don't let it define who you are as an individual. Sometimes we the things we go through and how we be thinking in our mind, we be thinking so negative of ourselves in our mind that we actually believe it. Stop thinking negative of yourself and think positive. Know that you are worthy. Know that you are worthy of all the goodness of this world. You don't have to accept what people put out to you that is not good. You don't have to accept it. I know this is not part of the tips, but I got to keep it real. You don't have to accept that. You don't have to take no one's mess. You don't have to take someone's disrespect. To you don't have to define yourself with on somebody. You know how some people be like, you ain't about nothing. You ain't hitting on. I have said it too. I ain't gonna lie on myself. I have said it, and I'm wrong for saying that. You know, because if you don't know, that put down someone else's self-esteem. We can't do that. But what I'm saying is, don't let, don't let, don't let your self-worth be defined by other people. Don't do that. Like, I allowed someone to define my self-worth, and it had me feeling like I wasn't worthy. And it makes me feel like now it's hard to accept someone else's making me feel worthy, but I'm still stuck on the past. But we're gonna get on that. Let me get back to the tips, guys. But I just wanted to get that in our minds, because at the end of the day, we got to learn, we got to know how to love ourselves. Because ain't nobody else gonna love us but us. People will accept you, but you have to have but you can't but you how can you tell someone to love you when you don't love yourself? And self-love is the best love. Okay, guys. So the next thing where it is eliminate should from your vocabulary. Should comes from a place of judgment. Think about the things you believe in, especially around your should, and ask yourself a question about them. Think about how great it is to turn your shoulds into could. Does it open other things up for you and encourage you not to judge yourself? So turn your shoulds into coulds. I should have done that. Instead of that, I am one. Or you could say, I could do that. I could open my own business. Oh, I could buy my own house. Oh, I could get my own, build my own YouTube channel. Oh, I could buy my own, like, get my, I could, I'm trying to say it the right way. I could make my own clothing, uh, make my own hair. Turn those shoulds into coulds. Encourage yourself to know that you are capable of doing things. Don't live your life without doing the things that you want to do. Don't limit yourself. We always limit ourselves because we're so used. Like I said, if you listen to my tips from the past, you will see where I say, we limit ourselves because we're so used to the norm. We're so used to getting up, going to that same job, doing the same thing we do every day. Change that. If that's not really your desire, then change it. If it's bringing you down and it's making you feel some kind of way, change it. You don't want to live your life with a should. Man, I should have quit that job a long time ago. Instead, I could quit, or I could quit this job and step out on faith and build me a business up. Turn your shoulds into coulds. Open things up for yourself. And you got to go out here in this world and get it if you want it. I'm sorry, ain't nothing in this life given to you. You got to go get it. You have to go out there and search and find and get what you want in life. Go lay down if you're sleepy. Um, no. So just allow me one moment, please. Okay, guys, I'm back. I'm so sorry again for the disruption. Look. I'm gonna be honest. I'm a single mother of two children, and sometimes I'm able to record when they ain't not here, and then sometimes I have to just push through. But I want y'all to get this content that I'm putting out. I want you to get the positivity that's in this message right here. So I'm sorry about the interruption, guys. So just stay with me, and we're gonna get through it, and we're gonna get the tips. So the third tip is, do not rely on to other people to provide you your sense of worth. If you rely on other people to provide you your sense of worth, they will disappoint you. We have to give ourselves the power and be proud of it. No label, position, or relationship can give you a sense of self-worth. Sometimes we have to remove ourselves from situations that are detrimental to us, and once that is done, our self-esteem will remain intact. So, do not rely on other people to provide you your own sense of worth. Know who you are. Know who you are. Show people who you are. Stand on it. I'm not preaching. I'm sorry if it looks like a preacher. I'm not preaching, to keep it real. Stand on that who you are. Sometimes people will fake. I'm gonna be real. Some people will say, girl, you looking good, girl. Girl, you a sweet person. But do they really feel that way about you, or they're just saying that to get you out their face and stop asking you questions? Them questions, I mean. So know who you are. Know your self-worth. Know that you're worthy. Know that you are worthy of the things of this world. You don't have to rely on other people to give you your self-worth if you already know what your worth is. And you know what you bring to the table when someone meets you or want to be in a relationship with you. If someone, I'm gonna tell you something, and this is relationship related, but if someone cannot see your self-worth on what you can bring in a relationship, and they don't feel like they putting you down and making you feel like you're nothing, remove yourself from that situation. Remove yourself. Know that you are worthy of someone that can make you happy. I'm telling myself that. I'm telling myself that now, because guess what? Monica has been through things. And Monica has felt like she wasn't worthy of happiness. She wasn't worthy of a man accepting her and her children. I'm gonna be real with y'all. I like some people, I see some people like don't put that, don't say that on Facebook, me on YouTube. But look, let me tell you something. This is my daily tips, and I'm gonna keep it real because I want y'all to know that I ain't perfect, and I do go through things, and I have been through things. So yes, I have felt that way. But now, as I'm going through the things and building myself up, I know that I am worthy. I am worthy of everything that is good in this world because I am striving to be better. I don't mistreat. I try my best not to mistreat people. And sometimes, hey, I fail, but at least I'm striving. Some people don't care they mistreat you or not and still expect to be blessed with the world. Oh, Lord have mercy. But do not rely on other people to provide you a sense of worth. Know who you are. Know that, baby, when you walk into a room, you own it. When you walk into a room, you are confident in yourself. No, you don't have to be the prettiest and finest woman in the world to have self-worth. You don't. But your character and how you carry yourself and how you go about doing things, that is your self-worth. You can be the finest woman in the world. You can be the most beautiful woman in the world. But if that's all you got going, that's all you got going. You really don't have a lot of self-worth because you're relying on other people. A real G or a real woman and a real man going out there to get it. They're gonna have good character. They're gonna treat people they want to be treated. They ain't gonna use nobody. They're gonna reciprocate the same love. Seriously. I hope I'm not preaching or nothing. I'm just being real. I feel like this is how I am. If someone's good to me, I'm gonna give them that same goodness back. And that's real. I'm not gonna sit here and mistreat people that are good to me. Because guess what? I will miss out on blessings. And I don't want to miss out on the blessing and what God has for me in my life. So do not rely on other people to provide you your sense of worth. Know your worth. Know who you are. Build yourself up and walk in a room and own it. Okay? The fourth thing is forgive. We need to learn how to forgive ourselves from the past mistakes or bad choices that we have made. Live with shame. Living with shame, regret, and guilt will sabotage our self-esteem and self-worth. It's so easy for us to have compassion for other people, but can we have compassion for ourselves? So have compassion for yourself. Don't live with shame and regret and guilt because you have done things. That when forgive yourself for allowing yourself to do those things and forgive yourself for allowing things that wasn't good to happen. Don't be ashamed of your past. Your past is your past. We always say that. Your past is your past and ain't nothing you can do about it. But your future, you you're living in your future now and you can change that. I know I say it a lot, but hey, it's the truth. Forgive yourself. Let me tell you, man, like it took me a while to forgive myself for allowing someone to mistreat me. I had to learn how to forgive myself and not be ashamed of how someone mistreated me and made me feel low, I did. Forgiveness is not always for that person. Forgiveness is for sometimes for yourself. So you can go ahead on with your life and build yourself back up. Because if you dwell on that stuff and you think about it and you think about it, it just takes a toll on your mind. And it takes control of you. Like, I can't believe I allowed that. Yeah, I be thinking like that too. I do. I be like, I can't believe I sat there and allowed somebody to do me like that. I can't believe that I did that. I can't believe like some women. You think some women are proud of being prostitutes or sex trafficking? No, they're not proud of that. They are ashamed. But they don't have to in order to move on from it and build their self-worth. They're going to have to forgive themselves for taking themselves through that kind of experience. It's hard. It's so hard it to me. It's like I me myself. I have worked so hard to Jayla get out the kitchen. Okay, I have worked so hard to learn how to be a forgiving person and to forgive myself because I let things like I let things affect me. I let things um affect my mind. And I'll sit there and dwell on it, dwell on it, dwell on it, give myself a headache, and I get stressed about it. But I have to learn, and you have to forgive yourself and just go ahead on and let it be what it gonna be. Forgive yourself. It's okay. If you have to like go in a closet and scream, shout, pray, to get whatever that is out so you can forgive yourself. Go ahead and do it. It ain't gonna hurt nobody. I promise you, it's just a sense of relief. It is a sense of relief when you get all that out and you forgive yourself for past things and you forgive yourself and you don't live with regret anymore. You don't you don't feel guilty anymore. And you're happier. You'll become a happier person. And you'll lift yourself up. You'll make yourself feel better. Man, I'm telling y'all this. I love like I just love these tips because let me tell you something. These are uplifting to me. This is uplifting to me right now because as you know, if you don't know your self worth, if you don't know what your worth is, get to know it. Get to know what your worth is. Get to know who you are. Look, like I was listening to Tremel and Joseph, and I think Joseph said that he one time was looking in the mirror and just tell himself, "I love you." And I was like, I never have done that. He said, but then he got to the point where he couldn't say it without crying. He got to the point where, when he did it, y'all excuse like he was just if you go back and listen to his Jamel, if y'all go back and listen to it, you'll see what he's talking about. He's saying that like he had to learn how to love himself. And when you just looking at yourself, you looking at all of you, everything out in the open, ain't nothing else to hide. If you, all of you, and just tell yourself you love yourself without, and be confident and say, this is me. I love myself. I love my big stomach. I love my fat face, my big arms, everything else on my body. I love and be accepting that everybody in this world is not gonna be little, and everybody else ain't gonna. Everybody is made. God created us in His own image, and what I'm trying to say is everybody ain't gonna look the same, and we shouldn't always go off looks. Looks don't build good character, and sometimes looks don't. Some people with good looks don't have a lot of self worth. They have self esteem issues too. Okay, so the fifth thing is take stock of your talents. Everybody has a gift or calling in this world. Each of each are good. Each of us are good at doing something that can be beneficial to someone else. We must identify these talents. We must identify these talents. If you are not sure what it is, then start each day working on something, and little by little, you will become great at it. Make sure you celebrate those accomplishments. That is a great way of building your self worth. So take stock of your talents. If it's something that you're really good at, go out there and do it. And don't let nobody discourage you. Don't let nobody make you feel bad about it. Go out there and be good at what you're doing. And don't be afraid of the unknown. When it's like I did a I did a tip on being afraid of the unknown. We can't worry about that. We cannot be fearful of the unknown. Just be ready when it comes up. Whatever that is that's in the future that could come up, just be prepared for it. But take stock of your talents. If it's something that you really can do and you can really help people with it, do it. If you have a musical talent and you can sing and you can uplift people with your singing and with your musical instruments or whatever, do that. If you're good at computers and you're good at motivational speaking and things like that, do that. It will change your life. And so many, I'm gonna tell you, sometimes, like since this pandemic, like a lot of people have been at home thinking, and a lot of people have realized, like, shout out to my sister. My sister, she decided to um go into business and making mixed drinks. I know some people don't believe in drinking, but she decided to become a mixologist. You might as well say, and she went in business for herself, and she's making drinks and she's making money off of it, and she's building her business up. Think about it. A small seed done built into something big, and she's getting clientele, and her drinks is pretty good. So shout out to my sister for taking stocks of her talent. She knows how to mix drinks real well for other people's enjoyment. If you're living in my area and my family, and you watch the video, go check out my sister. Everybody know who my sister is, except the ones that live in other states. But um my other subscribers or my other people that supports me and live in this area, my my look up my sister, and she makes good drinks. Think about what your talents are, guys, and put it into fruition, and just let yourself grow in it and celebrate it. Take yourself out to eat, honey. Buy yourself a new wig or get you some braids or something. Get you a new dress. But celebrate yourself. Be happy about what you accomplished. Because some people are so afraid. Some people are afraid to put themselves out there. Some people are afraid to put themselves out there. I'm telling you, because they scared of what other people think, and they'll limit themselves. And they have so much talent, but because of the fear, they'll just let it go off to the wayside, or they'll be letting other people influence their mind to do something different. That's why you can't. That's why I say you can't rely on other people for your self worth. They will let you down. Some people don't want to see you do good. Some people don't. Some people probably don't even want to see me on this computer screen or your telephone. But guess what? I'm gonna be here every day at 7 a.m. Daily Tips with Monica. I will be putting out mukbangs. I will be doing challenges. I ain't gonna stop because this is something I want to be successful in. And I do love motivating you guys and being positive because not only am I feeling good, not only am I uplifting y'all uplifting me. And I appreciate you guys for that. I'm I don't care if it's one or two, three people on my premiere or on my live. I am grateful. I am grateful. Do you hear me? I am grateful for each person that comes. And I will support you back. If I don't support you back that day, the next day I will. Because I have a genuine heart. And I want to see everyone make it. I want to see everyone to accomplish what they set out to do. Okay, last thing is be happy. Once you have removed that weight from your life that doesn't serve you, let yourself be happy. Joy is where your value and self worth is at. Do everything that you have a passion for and don't put it behind you. Be with that person that truly makes you happy and wants to make you happy. So be happy. Be happy, guys. Be happy. Be happy with yourself. Be be happy with your life and be happy with that mate that wants to make you happy and goes out their way to make you happy. Be accepting. Know that you're worthy of that man. Know that you're worthy of that woman. Know that you're worthy of that good paying job. Know that you're worthy of that new house. Jamel, boy, know that you're worthy and be happy. Be happy about it. Don't let anybody steal your joy. Nobody. Just be happy. Be happy. Be happy as much as possible. All that, all this negative in this world, let's focus on being happy. Let's focus on loving ourselves. Let's love on each other. Let's build each other up. Let's stop tearing each other down and not being happy for other people and their successes. I know that ain't got nothing to do with this, but I'm just being real. You know, but be happy. Be happy in your life. Don't you don't have to be in a situation where you're unhappy. Change it. If you have to walk away and be selfish about your happiness, be selfish about your unhappiness and find you some happiness. Hey, I'm not gonna be nowhere where I ain't happy. Now, sometimes you got to do what you got to do, and then find you something that's better. But when it comes to like things of the life, like being in an unhappy marriage or being in an unhappy relationship and toxic stuff like that, friendship and stuff like that, you can remove yourself from that. You can remove yourself from that. I understand people like, well, with marriage, it's not that simple, and I understand that. But when you both mutually agree that you are unhappy and that it's time to move on, it's time to move on. I understand that kids come into play and things like that. But when your kids get grown, when your kids get grown and they're gonna be living their own life, and you're still stuck being unhappy with the person that you're not happy with, what are you gonna do then? Ask yourself that. Um, what I want you to do now, guys, I want you to put in the chat. I know that some of y'all don't like to put nothing in the chat, but just put in the chat, I am worthy. I am worthy. I am worthy. So we're gonna recap, guys. These are the end of the tips. We're gonna recap, and then I'm gonna give y'all some announcements, and then we're gonna go do it with Zip. Thank you. Um, it's the tips was recognizing your self worth. One is accept your thoughts, emotions, sensations as they are. Whatever happens or how you feel about something, your emotions about something, accept them for what they are. They do change over time. Two, eliminate should into could. Eliminate should from your vocabulary. Don't don't think negative of something and like you should do something. Go ahead and turn your shoulds into could. I could do this. Three, do not rely on other people to provide you your sense of worth. Know your worth. Don't rely on other people to tell you what you're worth. You know who you are. Stand on it. Four, forgive. Forgive yourself. Don't be and live in regret and guilt and being ashamed. Forgive yourself whatever happened. Forgive yourself. Five, take stock of your talent. If you're talented at something, if you're really talented at something, go after it. Build yourself up and accomplish it. Six, be happy. Be happy. Be happy. If you can't do nothing in this world, be happy. Be happy about your life. Be happy. Okay, guys, these are the daily tips that I have with Daily Tips with Monica. I appreciate you guys here for coming to the premiere. I'm gonna be real. I hope that I didn't offend anybody because I'm not doing this to offend anybody. I'm just trying to uplift you guys, and I'm trying to speak positivity and just let's build each other up. I'd rather build people us up than tear us down. So this is all about building us ourselves up. So I hope I did not offend anybody. I really feel good like doing this, like reading this and my thoughts and applying it. I feel good, and I hope you guys are feeling good about this right here that I just put out. It's helping myself. I'm helping myself, and y'all uplift me as well as me helping myself and helping you guys. We all can uplift one another. That's all what it's about. We don't have to tear each other down. We don't have to be against each other. We don't have to speak down on each other. We can learn. We know we can love on each other and help each other grow. Um, So those are the daily tips with Monica, guys. I have two things I need to say. Jamel, MJ&J Family 2020 at gmail.com. It is a great way of getting in contact with me. If you want to connect with me on Instagram, you can connect with me on Instagram. Um, if you want to donate to the channel, you can cash at me at MJ&J Family. No, not MJ. J&J J and I'm sorry, $ J&J Mom 18. So I hope you guys enjoyed it. I enjoyed it myself. I really did enjoy this one. I enjoy all of them, but I really like doing this one. Really, really, really. I really did enjoy this one. So I hope you guys enjoyed it as well. I'm gonna get on out of here, guys. If you have not connected to my channel, make sure you connect with me. Leave me a genuine comment, and I'll get back to you. I'm gonna leave you with these positive words. Try to do this after every premiere or live. So this is the quote for this evening. This is the quote that I want you guys to think about today. The harder you work, the luckier you will get. That is by Gary Player. So that's